This interfaith program is an integral part actually of yoga traditions, because yoga is a philosophy that is inclusive. So it takes in it everyone, irrespective of their beliefs. So therefore, I think it's a very unique idea of Mr. and Mrs. Barr that we should have such a center where people can not just come and practice their respective faith, they can also study. Because these days, when I look, I have been in diplomacy, all my life, and I have seen the kind of wars that have been fought just in the name of religion. And at times, we see within the same religious group, there is such fight going on. We see this happening in Iraq. After all, it's a Shia Sunni, kind of tug of war going on. So it is so important that people should understand what is the purpose of faith, what is the purpose of religion. So having such an academy, I would say not just a temple, I would say that we would have, along with this marvelous monument, so that people can feel the unity even in nature, in these structures that we create, but along with it, a dedicated library for interfaith, religious literature that is available, some of the best literature that helps people understand each other, and then also perhaps maybe few, just study classes, classrooms, etc., where we can just focus on that, so that that can also be one of our several centers. So that could be center of interfaith studies and practice, both. So I have lived in Islamic countries. I was ambassador in United Arab Emirates. I have lived in, of course, Poland, in Norway, in Canada, Australia. Australia is a multicultural country. Canada is a multicultural nation where all religious groups, national groups are there. So I have seen what it is to be a multicultural society, how nice it is. I mean, it's like a garden where you have you have flowers of all colors. So that is the kind of garden if we can create. And Poland, to my mind, I mean, since I have lived in Poland, I have been ambassador here, and I have read the history, I have seen the tribulations and strife that went through. So I think this is the right place where such a center should emerge. And that could be a place of excellence, not just in Europe, but globally, so that people can say, okay, we'll go there and see what they have done, that kind of thing. So I think in Yoga, Ayurveda, and interfaith studies, I would like to even include naturopathy, because nature has its such powerful healing role. So we must understand how just mud from the soil and water from the lakes or rivers can be used to just take care of the health. It's so down to earth actually. And we apply it in our villages. In our villages, it's all naturopathy, just dealing with the local herbs. Yesterday we had this beautiful, lecture from the principal of the Ayurveda College, Haridwar, Dr. Tripathi. He said the herbs need to be used straight. You don't even crush them, just chew them, so that not a fraction of the medicine is lost from it or evaporates from it. So that way, naturopathy is what it is, that we are directly in touch with nature. And when we say nature, we are directly in touch with the soil, with everything that is growing on the soil, with the water, the air that we are breathing, and of course the sun, which is giving all the solar energy, but not just the solar energy. Whatever herbs we are getting, it is because of the sun energy. So when we consume actually any herb, we are directly taking the solar energy. because that's how those herbs are growing. So I think the naturopathy part also can be a big contribution to the wellness of society. Because larger number of people who are living in villages, if they know how they can use the naturopathy mechanism, they don't have to go to the hospitals for so many things. Of course, if it is a surgery needed, if it is an accident, something, there is need to go to hospital. We don't deny that. If there are, diseases where Western medicine can give us immediate relief, sure, for sure. But the longer term treatment where it's a cure, not just treatment that it recurs, it's a cure for all times. Like you have asthma. If we can treat asthma for all times, likewise several such diseases which people are suffering from, and if we can give them permanent cure, that once they are cured for all times, they don't have to worry, provided they just follow the kind of daily care that they need to take about it. So those kind of, I think, specialties we would like to develop, which would have full validation from the Western medicine also, because the whole point is that we must realize that these practices were not somebody's imagination or somebody's belief. These were actually sciences that were perfected by the scientists of those times. Like Dr. Pratap Chauhan said this afternoon, that Shastra means science. And so our scriptures, they are not kind of philosophy. They are not kind of studies. These are actualized and evidenced, first level evidence-based truth about the whole thing. So with such an approach, I'm sure we will be a unique center here, and at least that's what I'm hoping for.